From the beginning of times, we have insisted on our way, viewing God's word through cracked lenses and distorted feelings. When we read of Adam and Eve, who were created for his glory and sculpted in his righteousness, we learn that they were surrounded by goodness, that they were perfect, until temptation led them to a tree where they gained the knowledge of evil. It was then when we learned that sin causes separation from God, and they were separated from God, their innocence stripped from them as evil started to reside within. Imagine never being aware of your nakedness, only to suddenly realize that you're naked. They were shocked, but not as much as they were ashamed. So they attempted to clothe themselves with leaves. Those newborn passions would never leave because they exchanged their status of royalty for ruins. For generations, God watches as his treasured creations sow seeds of corruption within themselves. Concerned about fleeting beauty, faithless lovers, and fruitless wealth, they dress themselves in scarlet, putting on jewels of gold, highlighting their eyes with makeup, all while selling their soul to vanity and envy. And God is asking why. Why are they in pursuit of temporary fulfillment when sin is never satisfied? Like seeds that fall among thorns, they are choked by their pleasures and riches, failing to understand that wealth is worthless in the day of wrath. They are so blind to their wickedness because the roots of that tree from the days of Adam and Eve are still planted inside of them, still being watered by their lusts and their lifestyles. Instead of leaves, they are clothed in sin. Instead of bare skin, they are naked in their ambitions, dining at the table of deceit with plates full of greed while starving their souls from salvation. Meanwhile, their minds have become demons that taunt them with lies like,
"You will never amount to anything. You will always be a failure.
Their minds have become a place for anxiety and depression to reside, each thought chanting, These voices tear apart their self-esteem while burying their dreams in doubt. And God aches as his people suffer for their lack of knowledge, rejecting his word by undermining its authority, compromising their convictions for the sake of their comfortability. They create a playground of sin because they are slaves to their desires. And they've built their homes in bondage. Freedom isn't free because everything comes with a price. For God so loved the world that he robed himself in skin and came down from heaven trying to blend in with the very humans he fashioned and sacrificed his life. And his message is that the road to salvation is full of mercy and grace. If we could just picture his face, we would see that it smiles at the sight of our redemption. If we could just read his mind, we would understand that he thinks of us as his masterpiece. Because love is a powerful word, but not as powerful as its author.